Did you know that some of the things you do every single day could be quietly shortening your life without you even realizing it? Most people assume that only big events like smoking, serious illness, or accidents have the power to take years off their lives. But the truth is often more subtle. It's the small habits, the quiet, overlooked patterns that slowly chip away at your health and well-being after the age of 60. These aren't things we typically talk about. Some of them feel harmless. Others might even seem like part of normal aging. But over time, they can add up, robbing you of energy, clarity, and even the precious time you thought you had ahead of you. In today's video, we'll explore 8 habits that are silently stealing years from your life after 60, and what you can do starting today to stop them. These aren't warnings meant to frighten you. They're gentle insights rooted in science and real-life stories, meant to help you live not just longer, but stronger, more connected, and more at peace with yourself and the world around you. If you've ever felt like you're doing everything right but still not feeling your best, this may open your eyes to something you hadn't considered. So stay with us until the end. And if you find this message meaningful, please consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and sharing it with someone you care about. Your support helps us continue creating thoughtful content to inspire and empower seniors everywhere. Bottling up emotions, the silent weight that ages you. You might not think your emotions could quietly shorten your life, but they can. After 60, many people carry decades of unspoken feelings, anger never expressed, grief never shared, or daily frustrations pushed aside in silence. These aren't just emotional burdens, they're physical ones too. Over time, bottling up emotions can trigger a constant low-level stress response in the body, raising blood pressure, weakening immunity, and slowly increasing inflammation. It's something many of us were taught. Be strong. Don't cry. Keep your feelings to yourself. Especially for older generations, expressing emotion was often seen as a sign of weakness. But science has shown us something very different. Suppressing emotions over the long term can harm your body just as much as poor sleep or an unhealthy diet. I remember someone, we'll call him John, age 82, who lost his wife after over 50 years together. He never cried. He told his children he was fine. But within a few months, he developed headaches, digestive issues, and couldn't sleep through the night. It wasn't until he joined a small grief group that things began to change. "I didn't realize how much I was holding in," he said. "Just saying it out loud helped me feel lighter." This isn't just about grief. It's about everyday life, feeling hurt but pretending you're not, feeling regret but never speaking of it. Over time, these buried emotions wear down. The nervous system interrupts sleep and impair the body's natural healing. The good news: you don't have to carry it all alone. Even 10 quiet minutes of reflection each day, writing down a thought, talking with a trusted friend, or simply acknowledging what you feel can make a difference. Letting your feelings out doesn't make you less strong. It makes you more whole. And wholeness is part of what gives us longevity, not just in years, but in how deeply we experience each one. As always, if emotional stress is affecting your health, don't hesitate to speak with a doctor or counselor. Taking care of your emotional wellness is just as important as physical health. At this stage of life, peace of mind isn't a luxury, it's part of senior wellness. Because when you care for your inner world, your body responds with balance, clarity, and strength. Neglecting close relationships, the quiet risk you didn't expect. One of the most powerful factors that influence how long we live isn't just what we eat or how often we exercise. It's how deeply connected we feel to the people around us. Yet as we age, it becomes all too easy for meaningful relationships to slowly fade. Friends move away, loved ones pass on. Family members get busy. Before we know it, more of our days are spent in quiet solitude. While a little alone time can be peaceful, chronic loneliness is something else entirely. And it's far more dangerous than most people realize. Research now shows that ongoing loneliness can be as harmful to the body as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It increases inflammation, weakens the immune system, and raises the risk for heart disease, memory loss, and depression, especially in older adults. But the most difficult part: you don't have to live alone to feel lonely. Sometimes simply feeling unseen or unheard can create the same effect. There's a woman I once met, let's call her Margaret, age 76. She lived in a quiet neighborhood, had family nearby, and friendly neighbors who waved hello. But she said, "No one really knows how I'm doing. I smile. I go to the store, but no one really talks to me." It wasn't until she joined a small community group that something shifted. Her energy lifted. Her sleep improved, and her laughter returned. That's the power of connection. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be real. Whether it's one friend, a kind neighbor, or someone you meet through a shared hobby, Even a single genuine connection can protect your health and brighten your days. Start small. Write a letter. Make a call. Join something that interests you even if it feels unfamiliar at first. These small steps aren't just social, they're part of senior health tips that support your heart, mind, and spirit. Because relationships, even late in life, are a form of medicine. They remind you that you matter. And if it's been a while since someone really listened to you, maybe now is the time to reach out. If feelings of isolation persist, please speak to a counselor or healthcare professional. Your emotional well-being is just as important as your physical health, and both deserve care, compassion, and attention. Staying up late, when sleep becomes the missing piece. Most of us know that sleep is important, but what many people don't realize is just how much staying up late night after night can quietly wear down your body. We're not talking about the occasional late bedtime. This is about a pattern, a habit that builds over time and slowly begins to affect your health in ways that aren't always obvious at first. As we age, our bodies depend on quality rest more than ever. When you regularly stay up past midnight to watch one more show, read one more article, or scroll through your phone, you're not just losing sleep, you're disrupting something deeper. You're throwing off your natural rhythm, your body's internal clock, also known as the circadian rhythm. This internal clock tells your body when to repair, restore, and heal. When it's out of sync, your immune system weakens, your memory becomes less sharp, and your energy fades faster. Over time, you may start noticing more frequent colds, blood pressure changes, or a general feeling of being off. Many older adults chalk it up to aging, but sometimes it's simply poor sleep habits. I once knew a gentleman, let's call him Walter 74, who often joked, "I'll sleep when I'm gone." He stayed up late every night catching up on the news or playing online games. But over the years, his health declined. His doctor eventually linked it to long-term sleep disruption. "I didn't think it mattered," he said, until it finally did. The truth is, sleep isn't a luxury. It's a core part of senior wellness and overall well-being. Without deep, consistent rest, even a healthy lifestyle can lose its foundation. The good news: you don't have to make drastic changes overnight. Try moving your bedtime back by just 15 minutes at a time. Dim the lights earlier. Avoid screens an hour before bed. These simple changes signal your body that it's time to wind down. And if falling asleep or staying asleep becomes a regular challenge, consider speaking with your doctor. There may be underlying factors that deserve gentle attention. Because quality sleep is one of the most natural, powerful forms of holistic health, nourishing not just your body, but your mind and mood too. Skipping regular checkups, the risk you can't always feel. It's easy to think, if I feel fine, I must be fine. After all, many people in their 60s, 70s, and beyond say the same thing. And yes, reaching this age in good shape is something to be proud of. But skipping regular checkups simply because nothing seems wrong can quietly put your health at risk, especially as the years go by. The reality is, many health issues common after 60 don't show symptoms right away. Blood pressure can rise without warning. Blood sugar can shift slowly. Vision may change without notice. And some conditions, like certain cancers, begin silently and grow unnoticed for years. That's what makes routine checkups so important. A simple screening or blood test could detect something early, long before it turns serious. Early detection doesn't just offer peace of mind. It can mean easier treatment, fewer complications, and more time spent living the life you love. I remember someone we'll call Harold 76. He hadn't seen a doctor in over 10 years. "I don't go unless something breaks," he said. But one day he fainted while walking his dog. It turned out he had undiagnosed diabetes and low blood pressure, both manageable, but both worsened by years of delay. "If I'd just gone in sooner," he later told his family, "this might have been easier." Checkups aren't about expecting bad news. They're about staying informed, about being proactive instead of reactive. And they're also an act of love for yourself and for the people who care about you. In the world of senior living, prevention is one of the quiet strengths we can rely on. It's not about fear, it's about clarity. It's about catching a small issue before it becomes something bigger. So whether it's your yearly physical, a heart scan, an eye exam, or a basic blood panel, don't put it off. Write it down. Schedule the visit. Ask the questions. If you're unsure which checkups are right for you, talk with your doctor. They can help you make a plan that supports both your current needs and your future wellness. Because caring for your health isn't just about today, it's about giving yourself the best chance at a long, independent, and vibrant life. That's the heart of senior health tips, and one of the most powerful gifts you can offer yourself. Sitting too long. The hidden cost of stillness. At first glance, sitting doesn't seem harmful. After all, resting is part of daily life. But when sitting becomes the default for hours at a time, Especially after 60, it can quietly take a toll on your health that builds up slowly, often without warning. Even if you take a daily walk or do light exercise, sitting for most of the day can undo many of those benefits. The body simply isn't made for long stretches of stillness. It was built for gentle movement, circulation, and activity. When you sit too long, especially without breaks, your blood flow slows, your metabolism drops, and inflammation can rise. This combination has been linked to a higher risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even blood clots. For older adults, these changes can lead to swelling in the legs, stiffness in the joints, or low energy that doesn't seem to go away. I remember someone we'll call Glenn, 79. He took pride in his daily walk around the block, but the rest of his day was mostly spent in a recliner, watching the news, playing cards, or dozing off. Over time, his ankles swelled, his blood sugar crept up, and his doctor gently explained, "It's not just about that 30-minute walk. It's about what your body's doing the other 23 hours. The solution doesn't have to be intense. You don't need a gym membership or a strict routine. Just simple, consistent movement throughout the day can make a real difference. Stand up every hour, stretch your arms, take a few steps around the room. Do gentle heel raises while brushing your teeth or making tea. These small motions repeated often can reactivate your circulation and protect your strength. They also support joint health and help keep you mobile longer." It's a key part of senior wellness, especially for those who want to stay independent and energized well into their later years. Also notice your environment. Is your favorite chair keeping you still for too long? Try placing a reminder nearby, a sticky note, a timer, or even a favorite song that invites you to get up and move. Movement, no matter how light, is one of the simplest forms of holistic health, and it's never too late to begin. Your body will thank you not just in how it feels today, but in how it keeps showing up for you tomorrow. Eating while distracted, when mealtime becomes a missed opportunity. There was a time when meals were moments of connection, quiet, pauses in the day to nourish both body and spirit. But for many of us, especially in later years, that rhythm has changed. The television stays on. The phone is nearby. Meals are eaten while multitasking or passing the time. And without realizing it, this habit begins to affect our health in subtle but lasting ways. When we eat while distracted, our brain doesn't fully register the act of eating. We chew faster, swallow more air, and often consume more than we need, sometimes without even tasting the food. Over time, this can lead to unwanted weight gain, spikes in blood sugar, bloating, and poor digestion. But it's not just about the food. It's about the disconnection between body and mind. I remember someone we'll call Teresa, 73. She didn't eat junk food or snack excessively, but she had a routine of eating every meal in front of the television. "I barely remembered finishing my plate," she said. Over 2 years, she gradually gained weight and felt tired more often. When she made a small change, turning off the TV and sitting at the table, she began eating slower, feeling full sooner, and her energy improved without changing what she ate. This is the heart of senior health tips, small shifts that bring awareness back to daily habits. Eating mindfully doesn't require a strict plan. It simply means slowing down. Sit down at the table even for just 10 minutes. Look at your food, smell it, chew slowly, set your fork down between bites. These small acts reconnect you with your body's natural signals and help you know when you've had enough. Mindful eating also supports emotional well-being. When you give mealtime your full attention, it sends a message. This moment matters. I matter. That kind of respect, both for the food and for yourself, nurtures more than just your body, it nurtures your spirit. If distracted eating has become your norm, you're not alone. But it's never too late to reclaim the ritual of a quiet, intentional meal. And if digestion or eating patterns have been affecting your health, it may be helpful to speak with your doctor or a nutrition specialist. Because at the heart of senior wellness is the idea that every small habit, when done with care, can help you live not just longer, but more fully, with clarity and joy. Living with constant noise, the stress you may not notice. Noise doesn't always need to be loud to affect you. Sometimes it's the soft hum of a television in the background, the steady buzz of appliances, or traffic sounds just beyond your window. Over time, this constant noise can create a subtle tension in your body, one that you may not even be aware of until it begins to take a toll on your health. Your nervous system is always listening, even when your mind isn't. Background noise can keep your body in a slightly alert state, raising your heart rate, disrupting your sleep, and preventing full relaxation. This ongoing stimulation day after day may contribute to fatigue, anxiety, or even increased risk for heart-related issues. I once met a man, let's call him Samuel, 78, who kept his television on from morning until bedtime. "It keeps me company," he said, but he often felt restless and couldn't sleep through the night. His doctor found no major health problems. One evening during a power outage, Samuel spent a few hours in silence. He later shared, "I didn't realize how peaceful quiet could feel." After that, he began turning the TV off for a few hours each day. Soon he started sleeping better and felt less tense overall. In the journey of senior wellness, quiet isn't just comforting, it's healing. Periods of silence give your nervous system time to reset. It's like taking a deep breath, not just with your lungs, but with your entire body. You don't have to live in total silence, but try setting aside just 1 hour each day with no background noise. No screens, no news, no electronics. If possible, step outside. Listen to birds, the breeze, or simply your own breath. These natural sounds signal safety to the body and invite calm. If noise has become constant in your environment, take a moment to ask yourself how it's affecting your energy, your sleep, or even your mood. Sometimes the most powerful form of holistic health is simply giving yourself space to be still. And if you find that noise or restlessness continues to impact your well-being, consider talking to a healthcare provider. Support and guidance are always within reach, because in a world filled with noise, choosing quiet intentionally and gently can be one of the most caring decisions you make for your mind, your heart, and your health. Always keeping the lights on at night, when darkness becomes healing. Leaving a light on at night may seem harmless, just a small hallway lamp, the glow from a TV, or a soft bulb by the bed. But over time, these little lights can quietly disrupt one of the most important rhythms in your body, your natural sleep-wake cycle. Your body is guided by a built-in clock known as the circadian rhythm. This internal system depends on light and darkness to know when to sleep, when to wake, and when to repair. When lights stay on long after sunset, especially bright or blue-toned ones, they send confusing signals to the brain. Your body may delay the release of melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall into deep, restorative sleep. I once met someone named Linda, age 80, who had struggled with sleep for years. She thought it was just part of getting older, but after attending a wellness seminar, she decided to turn off all bright lights by 9 p.m. and replaced her bedside lamp with a gentle amber one. Within 2 weeks, she was sleeping more soundly and waking up with better energy. "I didn't realize how much I needed real darkness," she said, "until I finally gave it a chance." In the world of senior living, good sleep isn't a luxury, it's essential. Your body heals, restores memory, balances hormones, and supports immune function while you sleep. And giving it the right environment makes all the difference. Here are a few simple ways to support better sleep. Dim your lights in the hour before bed. Avoid screens or use blue light filters, and cover any small glowing devices in the bedroom. If you need a nightlight for safety, choose one that's red or amber rather than bright white or blue. Your body thrives on rhythm. Respecting the natural pattern of light and dark can lead to deeper sleep, better mood, and more energy throughout the day. It's one of the most overlooked yet powerful aspects of holistic health. If sleep difficulties continue despite these changes, consider speaking with your doctor. They can help identify any underlying issues and offer gentle guidance that supports your rest and recovery. Because sometimes the most healing thing we can give ourselves isn't another pill or product. It's the quiet gift of true, uninterrupted night. In the stillness, the body remembers how to rest, and in that rest it finds the strength to carry you forward. As we reach the end of today's video, take a quiet moment to reflect. Maybe one of these habits gently reminded you of something in your own life. The beautiful truth is, it's never too late to shift, to soften, and to care more deeply for your well-being. Each small step you take today is a gift to your future self. Whether it's choosing silence, sleeping a little earlier, or reaching out to someone you miss, it all matters. You deserve not just more years, but better ones. Clear, calm, and connected. If you found something meaningful here, we'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment and share your thoughts. It may inspire someone else. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video, or sharing it with someone you care about. Your support helps us continue creating content that uplifts, informs, and honors this journey of aging with grace.